Hey guys, Dr. Watt from Pinecrest Chiropractic. Let's talk through a few things that you can do at home that are going to help your hip. So we're going to start off with 2 stretches and then move into 3 exercises that you can do. The first stretch that we're going to do is going to do a lunge. So Dr. B here is going to be our test dummy so we can demonstrate all of these. With a low lunge, we're not looking to strengthen here, we're just looking to stretch. So she's working on the right hip flexor, the one closer to you. And she can stretch this in a few different areas. One, she's keeping her back tall. She's keeping the knee over the toes. She's keeping that knee right below the hip. And then I'm gonna have you focus on this point really intensely, and we can work on pulling it up and pulling it down. There's a couple of different hip stretcher or hip flexors in that area that we're working to stretch by whether the ASIS is up or down, that front hip bone. So she can change that in a few different ranges. This is the first stretch. The second thing we're gonna do are called 90-90s. So go ahead and sit down and get set up for this. For these 90-90s, I will tell you, a lot easier on the floor than they are on a small table like this. So there's gonna be limitations here. Or she's sitting up with her knees forward and then flipping them to the side. The goal here is to get that front hip at 90 degrees and that one on the side at 90 degrees as well. Rotating through this, going through that full range of motion, you can pause and hold in restrictions, you can lean into them and really work to where you're feeling restricted. Now those are the 2 mobility exercises that we do for this. The next one is going to be clams. And to be honest with you, the stability exercises I care way more about than the mobility. Mobility is important, but it's absolutely pointless if you don't have the stability to hold it strong. So Dr. B, go ahead and lay on your side here for me. As when we're doing a clam, we're really working on our glute med and our glute complex as a whole. And so she's gonna sit up, propped up here to the side. She's lifting this knee straight up towards the sky. Now you can do this a couple different ways. You can rep it out. I'm a big proponent for doing isometrics with a band on. It's very progressible because you can add different bands and work through different exercises. But this right here, she's keeping her hips stacked, lifting that knee up towards the sky, and she's really gonna feel that burn here in the side of the hip and even into the back of the glute. So this is one of my favorite exercises to do to re-strengthen and stabilize the hip. The next one we're gonna move into is gonna be a hip flexor exercise. So you're gonna sit on up and you're gonna sit up nice and straight as much as possible. To start off with, you can keep your hands at your side, you can progress to lifting them up. But once again, this is an exercise that we can progress to bigger, better, stronger. She's gonna lift whichever leg she's working on first, up and over. Sometimes it's beneficial to put a water bottle here or something that gives you a visual feedback to making sure that you're lifting your leg up and over. She's controlling it through that entire range. She's not getting stuck or having limitations to that range of motion. Now this one, we're working the same muscle group we were with the lunges, but we're actually strengthening it, right? Oftentimes a muscle feels tight because it's weak. And so that's exactly what we're doing here, trying to attack that weak muscle. The third one we're gonna do isn't gonna be directly a hip exercise, but it's gonna be a core one. So we're gonna do some bird dog. So she's gonna be up on her hands and knees. The reason we're doing a core stability exercise for this last one is because your core is crucial for holding stability through the entire pelvic girdle and then through the hip as well. And so with this, you're gonna be on your hands and knees, hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, nice flat back. I tell patients, if I put a glass of water here, you wouldn't spill it. And you're gonna reach forward with one arm and the opposite leg, keeping everything else completely still. And we're gonna go back down and go up and down and up. And so we'll progress through that. There's different modifications to it to make this harder or even to make this easier when we need to as well. But strengthening that core is gonna make huge changes in how she moves. You can go ahead and sit down, Dr. B. So once again, there's 5 things that you can do at home immediately that are gonna start working on your hip to get it to function and feel better. Yes, the mobility is important and helpful, but don't prioritize that over the stability, the strengthening exercises. Those are gonna be way more important than just the moving. But if you wanna talk more about specific things that you need to do for your hip to get it feeling and functioning the way it should again, come on in, let's chat about it.